Hey guys, it's Christine, also known as IvyWinter. Thank you for joining me for another Disney video. Please hit subscribe if you are new here and you want to see more videos about planning, especially solo planning, because that's one of my favorite things to talk about. And today we are going to talk about what a tour in Disney World is like solo. I've done 2 of them, I've really enjoyed them, but a lot of people, again, have fears of certain things when it comes to being alone in Disney World. I've been trying to cover a few of them. I did one on what it's really like to dine alone. You can find that link up here if you want to check that out. And so I wanted to cover what is it like to do a tour alone. First step when you're doing a tour is you gotta book it, right? So you can do this over the phone really easy, or you can try to get into a tour the day of. I wouldn't recommend it for big tours like Keys to the Kingdom, but smaller tours, like I have done Caring for Giants and I have done Behind the Seeds, so this is what I'm basing my experiences off of. Smaller tours might have some openings, and if you're one person, you're more likely to get in there. So basically you're going to book ahead of time, or, you know, the day of, like maybe a few hours before. They'll have your name, all that good stuff. Each park has like a tour area to like check in depending on what it is. So for Behind the Seeds, I had to go into Living with the Lamb Pavilion down by Soarin'. There's actually a desk right before you go into the doors of Soarin' to get in line. That is for the tours there. You check in and they get you all situated. And then I know for Animal Kingdom, it was right by Kilimanjaro Safaris. I've yet to do tours from Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios, so off the top of my head, I don't know where they are located. So you're gonna go the day of your tour. You want to get there about 15 minutes early because they don't really wait around for people. They'll give you a couple of minutes, I've seen it, but for the most part, be punctual because you don't want to spend money on a ticket and then miss your tour. You're gonna go and check in. They're gonna give you a name tag. You're gonna slap that on and you're gonna wear that so that the tour guide knows your name as well as other people around you, because that's fun. I feel like the most awkward part of this entire experience for me was the very beginning. You're gonna get there, you're gonna wait, you're gonna have a name tag, and then other people are gonna trickle in and they're gonna wait. And both tours, I was the only solo person. I was not in a situation where there was another solo person, so there's no one to like gravitate to or like commiserate with. It was either groups of 2, 3, sometimes bigger families, and I guess it was a little weird to feel like I was the only one sitting there waiting by myself. It did feel a little awkward. And then the tour guide will come out, collect everybody, and a lot of the times they'll do a whole like, hey everybody, introduce yourself and talk about where you're from. And you know, when they're going around and it's a group of 3 and a group of 2 and you know, going on, and then you're by yourself, that's a little awkward as well. Because it's really like showing to everybody, hey, I'm just here on my own. What they're thinking, who knows, right? And I think that's kind of the attitude you have to go in as like, who cares what all the other people on the tour are thinking? For all they know, I'm just a local who comes a lot and wants to do a tour, or I don't know, a million reasons why I might be doing a tour by myself. But I will be honest, like I've always said to you guys that I am kind of an introvert and do have some anxiety, and I do these solo things. And so if I'm thinking of the moment where I feel the most anxious, honestly, that's it. It's kind of like the introductions. And then after that, I feel like it's really not that odd. Once you kind of get in the swing of the tour, I mean, everyone's so busy listening to a tour guide and trying to take in everything that's going on, it doesn't really feel weird anymore. I encourage you to not stay quiet and to definitely ask questions, because at that point, you've already been introduced, and if people already know you're there alone, what does it matter? So ask the questions you want to ask for sure. They're so good. I mean, these cast members that do these tours know so much more than what they're telling you in their spiel of the tour. So seriously, ask those questions. You're gonna learn so much stuff. I have heard some people on the really small ones being like the only person on a tour. Don't count on that happening. I mean, it all depends on how busy it is and like how many people book. But I gotta say, if you do have a one-on-one tour, that'd be pretty amazing. So that is kind of a perk of being solo. That could happen, that you kind of get your own tour guide, or maybe only another group of 2 or 3 people come with you. Because tours have a cap of, you know, maybe 20 people, but I find especially the tiny ones, they don't really fill up completely, which is what I really like about a lot of these tours. They do feel very intimate and just really, really cool. So I would not be afraid to do a tour solo. just get ready for that beginning intro part. And if you're extroverted, you're gonna do fine. And if you're not, you're gonna do fine. You'll get through that moment and enjoy it. I was really afraid to do a tour by myself. That was like my biggest next step after doing a lot of other solo stuff. And then I did behind the scenes first and had such a good time that I immediately booked Caring for Giants on the following trip I went on. And now I'm constantly looking at like, what next tour can I do? So it's really great to get to go. And I know sometimes when you're with a group of people, it can be tough. They can be pricey. Maybe they're not that interested. They don't want to spend 3 hours or whatever it is doing the tour. So let them do their own thing and go on your own. Do the thing that you want to do, right? You're there, it's your vacation. Enjoy it. So yeah, that's about it for touring alone. It's not too crazy, a little anxiety inducing, but I think you're gonna be okay. If you have any specific questions about tours or there's another aspect of being solo that you want me to cover, please let me know in the comments below because I really love covering this topic and I really wanna help you get to Disney World alone and be able to have a great trip. If you like this video, then like it. If you like me, you should subscribe. I make videos every single week. And as always, I thank you for watching and spending some of your time with me and have a great rest of the day. Bye.